Hi everyone, Dave here, Fit and Healthy Forever. Just another shameless plug on my logo polo shirts. If anyone's interested, get in touch with me. I think they're gorgeous. Okay, so today's video, it's about green tea. I've only recently started using this. Now I know people I've worked with before I finished work used to drink it all the time, and I just couldn't understand why, and I'm not sure if they understand the benefits of it. Most people understand the benefits of green tea to be purely weight loss, which it is, but it has a hell of a lot more benefits than that, which I've found out doing these research studies, and I'm quite impressed with it. So I've been using it now for 3 or 4 weeks. The main thing for me using it is the antioxidants. I don't think you can ever get enough antioxidants in your body, so a lot of these things I'm researching and putting out on video, you'll always hear me mention the antioxidants. They fight the oxidative stress or the free radicals in your body that cause diseases, cause inflammation in your body. So you can't get enough of those, and whatever's got them in, if it's cost effective for me, then I will do it. For a long time I've only drank black coffee. I've cut that in half and started having the other half as green tea now. And the flavoured green tea with the sweetener in is not that bad. So, what is it good for? First of all, good for energy, youthful skin, boosts hair growth, which probably won't do me any good right now, but for those that need it. It has anti-inflammatory properties and it has antioxidants. It has polyphenols and flaminols, which are a lot of the polyphenols you get in things like fruits, like apples and stuff like that. I believe that these sort of things that I don't think have been researched, these things that people are not sure how good they are, but they are beneficial. So I've not seen studies done on these, but these, I know you find them in fruits and stuff. It boosts the immune system and increases good cholesterol. These are the things that it's been proven to do. Now it helps to keep blood pressure low by reducing angiotensin. Now this is a substance, as I say, that helps keep your blood pressure low. Angiotensin can lead to high blood pressure, so it helps to keep it low by reducing that. The eye antioxidants help to fight cancers, that's been proven, and it fights skin inflammations. So I would think skin inflammation covers things like acne and rashes and stuff like psoriasis maybe. But it's probably worth a try. Now, Dr. James Machino, who I follow quite a lot, he sends me email links if you subscribe to his channel with latest studies and things like that. And he's come up with, there's a substance in green tea called EGCG. Now, the full name is epigallocatechin 3-gallate. Now, for ease of speech, we'll call it EGCG. And it's a powerful antioxidant linked to prevention of heart disease and cancer. Now, it's got a lot of studies backing this. You can take it as a supplement. It stimulates the body to burn fat when at rest. There's solid evidence to prove this. And this is why I think green tea's got such a good name for burning fat. Now, in a test tube study and significant animal studies, EGCG may improve cognitive function and memory. Now this would be probably good for people with Alzheimer's, which I'll just touch on in a second. It's also proven EGCG to stimulate new nerve cell growth in a part of the brain where Alzheimer's develops. It's called the hippocampus. If you look up hippocampus online, it'll tell you that it's part of the brain where your memory. What it does with the memory, in cases of Alzheimer's, the hippocampus shrinks down or atrophies in the part of the brain that processes short-term memory into long-term memory. This is why people with Alzheimer's can remember things an hour ago but not 2 days ago, because the hippocampus it's shrinking or atrophying. The muscle atrophies, it either hypertrophies or atrophies, so it either shrinks or grows. And this shrinks in Alzheimer's patients, and the short-term memory, which is then turned into long-term, isn't working properly. Animal studies show that EGCG improved memory and learning when a maze test was applied. So I'm guessing it was something along the lines of, if you put rats or mice into a maze and put them in the middle and let them find their own way out, or you put them in at the beginning, let them go round and then let them find their way out, it showed improved memory for these. So I don't know if anything's been done in humans to that extent, but if it's all down to the hippocampus, I'm sure that some studies may have been done. So they're saying that if you drink 2 to 3 cups a day of green tea for general health purposes. Now I think with that, I'm trying 3 cups a day at the minute, and I can't say that I've noticed significant differences, but it's only been about 4 weeks. I'm doing it mainly for the antioxidant side of it. If I can get fat loss out of it as well, and cognitive and memory, things like that out of it, then great. But the main purpose for me is the antioxidants, and it's not a chore. It's not costly to drink three a day. So I have to look at things cost effective, which most people do. We're all on a budget. So when I look at these things, I think, right, how much is that going to cost me to have X amount a day over a month? Is that cost effective? And this is the way you've got to look at things, because you can go on spending forever more on things that so-and-so says they work, or this doctor says they work. You've got to do your own research, look at the cost effectiveness of them, and then decide whether it's okay for you to do it. Now, a company called Authority Nutrition, they've come up with someone who did a review of 7 studies involving 286,000 people, and they were all green tea drinkers, and they had 18% lower risk of becoming diabetic. So how that pans out, I'm not sure, but in 286, over 250,000 people, that's not a small study, that's a significant study. In a Japanese study of over 40,000 adults, those who drank the most green tea were significantly less likely to die during the 11-year study now. So this was over 11 years, 40,000 people, adults in Japan, and they said they were less likely to die in that 11-year study than someone who didn't drink green tea. So, death from all causes, this is the same study, death from all causes was 23% lower in women, 12% lower in men. Death from heart disease was 31% lower in women, 22% lower in men. And death from stroke was 42% lower in women and 35% lower in men. This is the same study of 40,000 adults who drank green tea, drank the most green tea, and were less likely to die over the 11-year study. So that's an 11-year study, which is quite a long study. And that's what they came up with, these death causes. So none of us want to die early. So if something could potentially significantly reduce death rates, then I'm all for it. So research has shown that 2 to 4 cups a day can significantly reduce fat loss over time by speeding up your metabolism and preventing fat absorption. So if that's a byproduct of me drinking that, I'll take it. As I said, I'm doing it mainly for the antioxidants and all the properties it's got along them lines. If I get the fat burning out of it, fine. I'm doing fine without that fat burning anyway, but the bit extra wouldn't hurt. The best time to take for fat loss is before breakfast to kickstart your metabolism, and before lunch or before workouts. Drink good quality green tea. Well, this applies with any sort of supplement that you buy or you take. Try and get the best quality you can afford. Research it, look it up. There's a list of them online. Twinings is a good one, which is the one I use. That's a decent one. But there was a list of probably 8 or 10 that were considered decent. Got good studies behind them. Another guy I follow, he's a personal trainer in LA, and he's a fitness model, a guy named Thomas DeLauer. Now, he drinks what's called matcha tea. It's M-A-T-C-H-A, matcha green tea. And what it is, it's just green tea that's been pulverized to a very fine powder. Now, we know green tea's got a lot of catechins in it. A study has shown that when green tea was pulverized, it increased the catechins by 137 times and it doubled the absorption rate. Now, I have no idea how that works, but this study is saying that that's what it does. So all someone's done is got hold of green tea, pulverised it to a powder, drank it the same way you would if it was in a tea bag, and they're saying it's 137 times more catechins and it doubles the absorption rate. So I've not seen that for sale. I don't know if it's cost effective, not tried it, but if I see it, I'll certainly give it a try and we'll see how it goes. Catechins are what gives green tea its overall benefits. Catechins are sort of like the main ingredients in there, the antioxidants and so on and so forth. He's also suggesting he's tried using it post-workout, so after a workout to sort of help with recovery, and he finds it beneficial for that. And the other thing he said about matcha green tea is the more it's pulverised, the more benefits there are. Again, how that works I don't know, but if I see it on sale, if it's got anything anywhere near those sort of benefits, it's probably worth trying. So just bear that in mind. If you can see matcha green tea, M-A-T-C-H-A, it's supposedly more beneficial than just normal green tea, and all it is normal green tea that's been pulverised. So I just wanted to do a short video on that because, as I say, I've been running it for a month now, and I can't say I feel a significant difference, but if it's got all these antioxidants in it, which everyone seems to think it has, all the studies show, then it's very cost effective for me to drink. So I'm going to stick with it for the long term and see where we go. So again, as always, thank you very much for listening and taking the time. Stay fit and healthy forever. I would love everyone to just make a few changes if you can and try and live a healthful life. None of us know what's around the corner. None of us are guaranteed to be here in 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, but you can minimise the risk, and that's all I try to do. I try to minimise the risk of getting diseases, of dropping down dead from whatever, and that's the best you can do, and try and live your life to the full. But to me, there's a difference between, because someone said to me recently, yeah, but my granddad smoked and drank and lived till he was 93, but to me it's quality of life. You know, at 60 odd, I can still cycle, I can run, I can weight train. I want to be able to do that into 70s, into 80s and into 90s if I can. So I want a quality of life where I can do the things that I want to do. I'm passionate about my fitness, whether it be weight training, whether it be cycling outdoors, whether it be, I do a little bit of meditation and stuff like that, stretching, do a lot of stretching. I want to be able to do them things. I've seen older generation who can't bend over and tie the shoelaces, they have to have Velcro shoes. I don't want to be like that, and I'm sure you don't either. Don't take it for granted. Just because you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, do not take it for granted. People are dying younger of diseases these days, and a lot of it is down to not looking after yourself properly. Take this on board, take every opportunity to try and improve your health. Okay? Thanks again for listening. Like and subscribe if you like what you're hearing, and tell all your friends just to have a listen. If you listen to it and you think it's bullshit, that's fine. I can't argue. I can only tell you what the studies are saying, the research is telling you, but you may just get something out of it, so give it a try. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.